So they come out looking like the fucking screaming lion versus the monkey. It's over. I've already made myself the Chad Quarterzip wearer type shit. The reason why you are angry is because it's classism. It's somebody being classist towards you, but doing it under the guise of a joke.
Yeah. The quarter zip trend is a recession indicator, and a stone cold post-2000s great recession indicator at that. The idea that history doesn't repeat itself, but it most definitely rhymes, has never been more evident as it is today. If we look back at the '08 recession, it's crazy how much of the signs of it coming are reflected in what we are seeing now almost 20 years later. We can start with the quarter zips, which is not a bad trend by any means, but it reminds me of when everybody was going to parties and clubs wearing business casual in the early 2000s. A lot of people argue that that trend started based on the club discrimination that we often still see today. Like if a club doesn't want black people, they usually can't just say that. But they can ban what they think black people like to wear, thus the business casual in the club. And that marked the time period of the Great Recession, like what a lot of people like to call recession pop did. Recession pop was the music that was coming out around that time. Think LMFAO, Flo Rida, early Kesha, early Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj's whole first album, and even early Soulja Boy. But the idea that the demand for escapist, high-energy party songs with a fun or outright positive vibe would go up at a time when your average American would value an escape from a day-to-day life being heavily influenced by the economic downturn that caused the foreclosure, divorce, and unemployment rates to spike at that time. That's where they get the idea or the concept of recession pop from. And I'd argue based on a few factors that a lot of Americans, though for different reasons, feel like that today. And if you still don't believe we're seeing the signs of what's to come in these recession indicators, you're sitting here like, what does any of this prove? Know that Subway brought back the $5 footlong. Not without inflation, but they brought it back. Mind you, I was a 7th grader when they came out with that the first time, back in '08. My mom worked and would get home after me. Needless to say, there was more than a few $5 footlong nights during the week, and it made sense.